Alrighty, so UFC Jared Cannonier Gregory Rodriguez has just taken place. Done my breakdown. If you haven't seen it, go ahead, check it out. You know, I upload every week. I do break down every single event for the UFC, as I am a UFC fan. Yes, I am a little newer. Been watching UFC consistently for about 3 years, and I am addicted to it, and I inject it into my veins on a daily basis. Now, with that being said, let's get into the breakdown of Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong this fight night at Saturday. So, yeah, Modestas Bukauskas. Is there anything I'm forgetting? It feels like I'm forgetting something here. You know, check out my YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell if you want MMA content weekly. I upload a couple times a week. Yeah, shameless plug over. Anyways, moving on. We have Modestas Bukauskas versus Rafael Sequeira. Modestas Bukauskas, eh? So, yeah. Submitted Prachnio. Good win, good win. Got knocked out by Vitor. Okay. I remember that Zach Pauga fight. Okay. Beat Tyson Pedro. Who cares? Okay. Oh, this was the fight that Iceland? I don't know, fuck you. Ibo landed a fucking, or I guess just teed off because Rafael didn't fucking throw a single strike. Yeah, I remember that. He literally backed up into a corner and homeboy Ibo just fucking teed off on his fucking dumbass. Yeah, I remember that pretty well, actually. Normally, oh man, and he was flawless before that. Fuck, I hate these debut fighters, bro. I know it's not his debut, but I mean like these fucking prospects who have like an O and then they eat shit, you know. But man, you just like you'd think if you have an O next to your record, you would take your career seriously and like, oh my god, I'm a flawless prospect. I can promote myself really well like that and not throw a fucking strike. Like oh, these fucking idiots sometimes, man. I think it's due for Bukauskas to lose here. It feels like Bukauskas is gonna lose. You know, it just feels like... But like... Oh, that performance was so shit. It was so bad. Fuck, man. This is the thing with, you know... I'm a UFC fan now, man, but like, fuck. Man, it's these fights, man. You know, like, what are we looking at here? He's getting outlanded. Oh, no, man. What do you have to make this so fucking complicated, UFC, huh? Like, you got KO'd by Vitor fucking Petrino. It's light heavyweight, and all the unranked light heavyweights suck ass, so that's, like, normal. Ugh, Zach Pauga's just a fat dude. This sucks ass. I don't want to predict this fight, man. I'm gonna go with Rafael. You know, I'm gonna go with Rafael. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget. I'm taking a risk here, boys. I'm taking a big risk here. Modestas Bukauskas has only fought bums, and he's making it look bad against bums. And Rafael, don't get me wrong, is a bum. But I can at least think that Rafael can look at his last performance and be like, man, I shit the bed. I gotta at least throw something. And if he throws something with all he's got, I think he might actually put out Modestas Bukauskas. I remember this fight, actually. Rafael versus Ibo. I remember I was trying to 100% Fallout 4. Great game. I 100%ed it before the fucking update happened, where they updated all the graphics and everything. But man, he just didn't do anything. I'm going to trust that he at least has more than one brain cell. And he can throw more than one strike. And if he throws more than one strike, I think he could tee off against Modestas. I'm not looking at the odds. I don't look at odds for these fights. And I don't look at other people's breakdowns. You know, just in case you're wondering. I do all this basically off memory. Holy fuck. It's been 5 minutes and I've just been talking about the first fight. and it's so dog shit. Yeah, I'm going with Rafael. Only because Bukauskas does suck. He can look good, but he can shit the bed. And I think this time he's going to shit the bed. And that's the only reason why I'm picking Rafael. Not because Rafael's good, because I think Modestus is probably going to have a shit performance. You know, I just don't see him getting 2 in a row. You know? Especially if he goes in like, I'm going to whoop this guy's ass like the other guy did. What? He could just whoop his ass? I'm going with Rafael. I'm not going to think about it anymore. Moving on, we have Mansour Abdul Malik versus Nick Klein. This guy did fight already. Correct? He knocked out Dusko Tudorovic. It was a good KO, if I remember correctly. Dusko couldn't really get anything going. Kind of like... it was short notice, to be fair. If I remember correctly. But Mansour... I'm just going to call him Abdul. Abdul, he looked good in that fight. Klein, this is a debut, right? Debut? Yeah, contender series. Okay, I'm seeing submission, TKO, 3rd round submission. Against bums, though. Literally a guy named fucking Simpson. Maybe he's a good guy, I don't know. If you don't know, I literally just watch UFC. I do sometimes watch 1FC and like some other shit. I don't watch these regional like bums making their debut, you know? Mansour looked good. He seems like he wants to preserve his flawless record. Dusko is a pretty good fighter. I don't rate him too poorly as far as unranked middleweights go. As far as middleweights go, to be fair, middleweight is a dog shit division, probably one of the worst divisions. It can't be worse than heavyweight, though, obviously. Abdul, I do think will get this done. He looked good in his last fight. Like, he looked really good in his last fight, but it was short notice. So it's kind of hard to pace it. You know, I think Abdul is just more tested, even though they had the same amount of fights. Kind of weird how MMA works, where you can get 7 fights and get paid 20 grand just one time a year. But no, let's up their pay, guys. Yeah, let's do that. Anyways, yeah, I'm going with Mansour Abdul Malik. Abdul Malik. Yeah. That was fucking disgusting. I hope that mic didn't pick that up. Anyways, we have Ricky Simone versus Javid Bashrat. I think the great Ricky Simone, while in his prime, he was able to gas out Merab Dvalishvili. It's over for Ricky Simone. I think Javid Bashrat... Oh, fuck, man. To be fair, Javid did lose to Ayman Zahabi. Ayman Zahabi? Yeah, Faraz Zahabi is the coach. I know my fighters. Ayman Zahabi got it done. Claims to be Canadian. Might as well be Canadian at this point, unfortunately, as my great country, the true north. You know, the ranked Canadian, which he's one of the only ranked Canadians right now. Shout out to my boy, Ayman Zahabi. The GOAT. I think it was Ayman Zahabi, right? That's who he lost against. Some people say it was a robbery. Yeah, it was Ayman Zahabi. Some people say it was a robbery. I actually didn't think it was. I think I picked Javid. And, like, Ayman Zahabi was just tough, and he was good. Javid does a lot of showboatiness, and I think that makes him think that he's winning rounds. That's his weakness. Ricky Simone's weakness is being outworked. I think Javid Bashrat is going to be able to outwork Ricky Simone. You know, with Ayman Zahabi, it's a little different, because Ayman Zahabi was really good at, like, waiting for Javid to do things, and then countering, and, like, you know, Javid would go for a jab, and then Ayman Zahabi would, like, overhand into other things and land more in the combinations. So I respect Ayman Zahabi for that. Shout out to the Canadians. Hey, true north, baby. That's what I'm talking about. But, I think Javid's going to win this one. Ricky Simone, I think, is just falling off. I think it's too late. Damn, he's young, man. He doesn't feel that way at all, you know? Vinicius Oliveira whooped him. Mario Bautista whooped him. Javid Bashrat, I think, is like Vinicius Oliveira tier. Not in terms of finishing potential, but if Ricky Simone can't gas out Vinicius Oliveira to the point where Ricky Simone can win, I don't think he's going to be able to gas out Javid Bashrat. And I think Javid Bashrat is at least, like, he's a good fighter. He just needs to learn to lock in and stop trying to, like, no, that didn't affect me. Huh, I'm not wobbled. Huh, that didn't even work. You're getting hit and you're not hitting him. What do you expect, dumbass? So yeah, I think Javid Bashrat's gonna get it done. Hot take, I know, guys. Bashrat brothers. He's probably like a crazy favorite if I had to imagine. Yeah, I think Javid Bashrat's gonna get it done. Moving on. Ruziboev versus Eric McConaughey. Guys, this guy's making a fucking debut. Yeah, buddy. I love these debuts. Ooh, yeah. What I like seeing. Holy fuck. Oh, it's middleweight. Right, Ruziboev's middleweight. Okay. What the fuck is tough enough? Tough enough? Who? Where? What the fuck is that? Alright then. Any good names? Alright then. Looks like we're going... Okay. Oh, fuck, man. 9-2 isn't bad. What are we looking at? Submission. TKO round 3. Okay, it's not bad. I think Ruziboev's gonna... fuck, man. God, I hate these debut fights. I think I'm gonna pick Ruziboev. Because Ruziboev, while he did get outworked by Joaquin Buckley, Buckley might be a fucking champion, to be fair, right? He might be the next welterweight champion. I do think Ruziboev, he did have a nice finish against Bruno Ferreira, which I rate a little bit. I rate that finish over anything Eric has done, just because like Eric hasn't fought any UFC fighters. And Ruziboev will get away with cheating. He literally eye-poke finished Cedric Dumas, and they let him have it. They showed the replay. In the replay, the whole crowd was booing. I was still man, I played Fallout 4 for a while, huh? Or maybe it was the same card. But yeah, the night that Ruziboev got that finish over Cedric Dumas, where he just won 2 eye-poked Chris Weidman style on Cedric Dumas, and he got away with the KO. They replayed the footage, and even the commentators were looking at it. A blatant just eye-poke, jab 1-2, just eye-poking, and the commentators are like, yeah, man, great finish, eh? They'll just let him cheat. His brother's in the UFC now. Did his brother already fight? I don't remember. I know his brother, I think, is in the UFC now. Did he pull out? That son of a bitch. I think he did pull out. I don't remember. Regardless, Nursultan Ruziboev. I'm going with. I think he'll get away with cheating. So he'll probably eye poke. He'll probably get away with 1 or 2. Even if he doesn't get away with it and they do a timeout and deduce a point, I think Ruziboev will benefit from that, because if he does get like tired, he will just eye poke nut shot or something, and then they'll give him like time to breathe. Probably won't reduce a point, because apparently refs don't do that anymore, you know, when illegal shots happen. So I think Ruziboev will get away with it. I think he'll probably get a finish, only because yeah, I'm gonna go with Ruziboev by finish, because he's not actually that bad. His ground game is exploitable. Like, I don't think he's actually all that on the ground, in terms of defensively. But I think his striking is good enough to at least, like, get damage off. So, and it's middleweight, you know? And so far, middleweight talent all looks like dog shit. So I'm gonna go with Ruziboev by finish. I can just think that he can get a finish over a guy who I haven't seen fought before. That's really all it is. So I'm going with Nursultan. Moving on, we have Adam Fugit versus Billy Ray Goff. Why do I recognize this name? He fought Trey Waters. Right. When was this? Last year, eh? Ooh, right. Ooh, interesting. He had a good performance against Trey Waters, if this is the fight I'm thinking of. I'm surprised. If I'm remembering correctly, I think Billy Goff was even pushing a pace. I think he just wore if I remember correctly, I think Billy Goff just got hit more and was wearing damage like a lot more than Trey Waters was. And I think Trey Waters had like one really good round. And I think it was like, I want to say it was like Billy Goff had like a great, fuck man. It was a little bit ago to be fair, but I'm pretty sure Billy had like a really good, he had a really good round where he was super up in numbers. And I think the rest of them were close. So I think that's why he lost. I think a lot of people thought that fight was a robbery. If I went back and watched it, probably was a robbery, judging by how the UFC does shit nowadays. Adam Fugit does suck ass. I'm gonna go with Billy, you know? Yeah. Does Billy train at like a good gym? What are we looking at here? What are we looking at, Billy? What are we looking at here, buddy? What are we looking at here? Pretty young, right? 26, okay. Dexter MMA, I don't know it. So, oh, he fought someone else, eh? Yushka I don't remember that fight, I'll just be honest with you. 2023, that was probably about when I started watching, too. Or a little after, I guess I started watching. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Billy. You know, I think Billy was doing really well. I think he was just like outranged, not like outranged in terms of he wasn't up on numbers, obviously, but outranged in terms of he was fighting a really tall fucking dude, to be fair. Adam Fugit, 36 too? Jesus Christ. He's taller, but I don't think he's as tall as Trey Waters. Trey Waters was a big dude, if I'm remembering correctly. Damn, Adam Fugit's got a reach advantage. Adam Fugit is also mainly a wrestler, I believe. Striking has not looked that great. Adam Fugit he lost to the great Mike Malott. I take that back. Mike Malott's dog shit, even though I'm Canadian. Fuck Mike Malott. That guy's an embarrassment to this country. Fucking clean it up, brother. If I have to see a performance like you just had against Trevin Giles, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Absolutely embarrassing that he won that fight. Literally, Trevin Giles could have landed one jab every round and would have fucking won that fight. Anyways. One more jab every round, he would have won that fight. Clearly a 30-27. Anyways, Adam Fugit, I think is kind of dog shit. I think Billy Goff is like at least good. Yeah, at least UFC level good. I think Adam Fugit is slowly being shown that he's not that good. Oh, he beat Josh Quinlan, right? Interesting. To be fair, Josh Quinlan kind of lost it. Wasn't this the guy that also... No, that was someone else, right? No. Who the fuck is Josh Quinlan? Hold on, guys. Hold on now. Lost to Danny Barlow. Yeah, he did lose to Trey Waters. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I was gonna say, I thought Trey Waters shared a opponent here. Sorry, my brain just gapped. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Billy. I think Adam sucks ass. I think he's beat bums. Billy at least made it close with Trevin Waters. Adam Fugit, you could apply MMA math here. Adam Fugit beat the guy who also lost to Trey Waters, but at least Billy Goff made it close with Trey Waters. You know what I mean, mathematically speaking here. Trey Waters is going on a bit of a win streak, I believe, right? I think he's on a win streak. Maybe he's coming off a loss. I believe he's on a win streak. Great. Now I'm fucking questioning myself. God damn it. Trey Waters. What the fuck is this, man? Of course I mean UFC. Jesus Christ. Show me a bunch of fucking Treys. Yeah, he's on a win streak. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. saw a black dude and I was like fucking so confused. My brain went through the matrix there. I apologize for that. Anyways, yeah, Josh Quinlan, I think he tested positive for steroids. Ever since he tested positive, I think he's looked like shit because he's obviously off of it now. He looks like he's off of it now. I think he got put out by Trey Waters, if I'm not mistaken. I might have actually just been on the screen and I fucking missed it. God damn it. Or like he almost put him out. I remember him getting dropped regardless. Either way, Billy Goff. I'm going with Billy Goff. I think Billy's the better fighter. I think Adam Fugit is way past his prime. I think Adam Fugit sucks, and I think he's just there to fill out a contract. Moving on, Jan Kutalaba versus Ibo Aslan. The great Jan Kutalaba, eh? The great guy who, in his prime, very chinny, coming off a pretty good win against Ivan Urslan. Great win against Ivan Urslan, actually. I think he struggled in round 1, came back in round 2 and 3. Looked like shit in Felipe Lins, and, man, bro, Felipe Lins is 44. How are you making it competitive, and how are you lose? Anyways. Jan Kutalaba, Tanner Bozer. Yeah, Tanner Bozer is Canadian, so of course he gets knocked out like a fucking... Anyways. Ryan Spann, I don't like that. I don't like Johnny Walker getting submission. Oh my god, this guy. Yikes. Ugh. Dustin Jacoby made it look close. Interesting. I don't remember this one. When was this? Oh, makes sense. 2021. I wasn't watching sport at that time. Anyways, I think Jan Kutalaba isn't bad, but my problem with Jan Kutalaba, you can never know when his brain is working, you know? Against Felipe Lins, it was literally like, brother, he's 40, I think he was 42, maybe actually 44 at the time. Go in and kill him, you know what I mean? Like, he's an old man, you know? There wasn't like any grappling exchanges going on either. I think there was one point where there was a threaded submission, I believe from Felipe Lins' side, if I remember correctly. Regardless, Ibo Aslan looked good in his last fight, but it's a bum. Ibo Aslan, I don't think has looked good in his amateur career, or like before the UFC, at least from what I'm remembering, because I remember the highlights in the build-up. Oh man, I think I'm gonna go with Ibo, only because Jan Kutalaba is probably one of the most, if not the most inconsistent fighter of all time. And I think Iceland wants to at least showcase he's a good fighter. Jan Kutalaba, I don't even know what Jan Kutalaba's fucking plan is anymore, man. It's like when he fights, it's like you're winning striking exchanges, and you're just looking at the guy while he's pressuring you. You know, like I hate seeing that in a fighter, where you're getting put on your back foot, and you're not throwing anything. Like anything. You know, against Felipe Lins. Like, come on, man. You know? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ibo Aslan. Aslan. I'm so bad with names, bro. Ibo's also pretty young, to be fair. Bigger dude. You know, bigger reach as well. Jan Kutalaba, I think, is also half ginger, if I remember correctly, with his beard. Does dress up like the Hulk. Probably a big Marvel Rivals player, you know? So, maybe you've seen him in the ranked. Anyways, yeah, I think Jan Kutalaba is probably going to get KO'd because Ibo Aslan looks like he hits hard. And that's pretty much what I'm going to go off of with the Jan Kutalaba fight. Actually, you know what? I think it's going to be a decision. But I think Ibo Aslan is going to probably drop Jan Kutalaba in rounds. And he will win those rounds because of that. Yeah, I think that's probably what's going to happen. I think Jan Kutalaba is probably going to get wobbled, or it looks like he gets knocked down, and I think they'll score it as knockdowns. I think that's where it's going to end up. So I'm going to go with Ibo. I already typed it. What am I doing? Andre Fili versus Melquez Acosta. Little albino, are we? I like Costa. He did get put out by, was it Mata? Am I misremembering that? If I remember this, I'm the GOAT. Tapology? Is it going to show me on Tapology? I don't remember. Steve Garcia, that's what it was. Steve Garcia. Why the fuck did I say Nicholas Mata? Oh, fuck. Yeah, Yeah, he got ground and pounded by Steve Garcia. I remember that. I remember him getting submitted. What the? Get the fuck off my screen. Round 2. January 21, 2023. Yeah. I think I remember that happening. That was around when I started watching. I think it was the October the year before that January. So like 4 months before. I think that's around when I started watching, or at least I knew UFC existed. So I like Costa. You know, he's good. I do think he's open on the feet sometimes, and that's why I think I'm remembering like a KO out of nowhere. I think he got dropped pretty badly by someone. I don't think it was Nurembeke, but I want to say he got dropped pretty bad by someone. It might have actually been Steve Garcia, but Andre Philly, while I know he did get chinned by Danny Ige, guys, Danny Ige's wife was pregnant, or girlfriend, I don't remember, but was pregnant, and as we all know, Danny Ige, when he gets a woman pregnant, he's the most dangerous man in the division. We know that when he gets his woman pregnant. That's what happens, you know? Andre Philly, touchy-feely, got touched a little too much in his last fight, and he went to sleep. If I remember correctly, right? June, February. No, he fought Cub Swanson? Really? Really, eh? Huh. I don't remember that. Maybe my brain gapped. I don't know. I don't remember. Really, that was 303. What the fuck? Why don't I remember that? 303 was a Pereira card. Was it Pereira Hill? Or was it Yuri 2? I want to say it was Yuri 2. I can't remember. Anyways, regardless, I'm learning, guys. I'm slowly becoming like a fucking absolute G when it comes to MMA predictions. But, you know, I'm getting there. Slowly building my empire. Anyways, Andre Philly versus Melquizel Costa. I'm going with Philly. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Philly, because I think Philly didn't finish Cub Swanson, though. Fuck, man. But Cub Swanson's tough, to be fair. I'm gonna go with Andre Philly, because I think Andre Philly's got the better striking. Even though Andre Philly is kind of chinny, I think he's got good enough striking against Costa to, like, survive against Costa. And I think he'll have the better sort of striking engagements. And if he is getting outstruck or outlanded, out low kicked or whatever, because Costa is pretty decent at doing more than just like 1-2. Like he'll mix it up a little bit. I think Philly will initiate grappling exchanges, and I think he's actually got underrated like sneaky BJJ. So I'm gonna pick Andre Philly. I think Philly, if he wants to, he can make it a boring fight, but I do think he'll get the better of exchanges for most parts. So I'm going to go with Andre Philly, probably a 29-28 decision against Costa. I respect Costa. I know he's young, and I know he's probably got the better chin of, maybe not even the better chin of the two, you know? I think Costa just, he's too sloppy in a lot of areas, you know? In his grappling, he always leaves it like, his scrambles seem to be like, you're open to be getting laid on, you know? Like, it seems like he'll roll for things, and I think Andre Philly is smart enough to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna lay on this guy, you know? Or I'm just gonna shoot a takedown on this guy, get him down, get him into guard. I know he's not gonna try to do anything. I think Mikel Costa has like gone for shit on his back before. I don't think it's gonna work on touchy-feely. I'm gonna go with Andre Philly. I think Andre Philly's gonna be on another win streak here. Even though he's 34, I still like Andre Philly, man. I think he's got fast hands too, like underrated speed in his hands is what I'll say. Just because he got put out to Dan Ige, you know? He was kind of beating Dan Ige, but Dan Ige just can't be KO'd. Like, it's impossible. And it's just not possible to KO Dan Ige. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Andre Philly. I think Andre Philly gets it done. I think it's going to be a decision, probably 29-28. He might... I think he'll get a knockdown, and he won't be able to, like, finish it up. I don't think Costa's going to get flatlined. But I do think Costa is, like, kind of chinny into... Like, I think Costa puts himself in bad positions to be put off balance, making it look like a knockdown. Therefore, I think Andre Fili's going to win based off knockdowns, 29-28, where Costa probably has one round where he's up on strikes and doesn't really get knocked down. Probably pushes a little bit better of a pace on Andre Fili, but I think Andre Fili overall is going to have the better rounds. Yeah. Holy fuck, I need some water after yapping that much. Anyways, going with Touchy Fili. And yeah, I think he's probably going to be an underdog. And you know what? I think he's a pretty good underdog if he's an underdog. Moving on, we have Alonzo Menifield. So I'm noticing there's 4 fights on this main card. If they add a fight, normally I put my prediction in the bottom. Oh shit, did I say I picked Gabriel Bonfim? Oh fuck. I'm remembering now because Gabriel Bonfim got added to the card, but I don't think I actually predicted that fight because it got added after I did the predictions. Anyways, regardless of that, sorry, tangent thing there going on. Yeah, I'm sorry. Fuck, man, my brain is melting after some of these fight cards. Yeah, if they add a fight to the main event and I care about it, I'll probably put my prediction down in the bottom. If they add a fight and I don't give a fuck about it because it's a short notice, 2 bums making their debuts or some dumb shit like that, or it's just a fight I don't want to predict, I'm probably not going to add to it because I want my pick, you know, to actually matter. And I do care about my picks even though I don't put money on these fights. Anyways, Alonzo Menifield versus Julius Walker. This guy's a debut. Guy's a fucking debut, eh? This guy's a debut, huh? The juice box, eh? Yeah, he's not on roids, guys. He's not on roids. Is this guy a debut? One day my internet will be good. One of these days my internet will be good. You know? I know there's a snowstorm happening, but come on. Lock it in, internet. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. So, you know, how's the missus doing? You know, you doing okay? Yeah. You know, me personally, you know, I'm still looking for that one. You know, I know Valentine's Day just passed and everything, but, you know, I'm not ready to settle down. You know what I mean? You know, I gotta grow my hair out a little longer, get it chopped off. Okay, here we go. Anyways, moving on. We have Julius Walker. As I thought, he was a fucking debut. God damn it. 3-5. Jesus Christ. Wait, why is it saying that's the upcoming fight? Is this guy short notice? Uh-oh. 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 Short notice. Alonzo Menifield is shit. He's 37. Don't make me do it, man. Don't make me do it. You know what? I'm gonna go with Julius Walker. Only because this is the case. I think Alonzo Menifield is just that dog shit. He's been very chinny. He's been knocked out within the first minute. I think a couple times. Or he's been knocked down, you know, in the first minute. I know he's been knocked out within the first minute a few times. He made it look competitive with Jimmy Crute. I think Jimmy Crute sucks. He couldn't finish Jimmy Crute. Alonzo Menifield is getting older. I think it took him 2 fights to finish Jimmy Crute. I might be wrong about that. Maybe it was another decision. I don't remember. It's Jimmy Crute. I don't give a fuck. Alonzo Menifield, I think, just sucks. There was a time early on when I thought Alonzo Menifield was pretty good by the way I saw him. I now am a much more experienced UFC watcher. So, yeah, I'm going with Julius Walker only because Alonzo Menifield sucks. If anyone is good at all with striking, they will KO Menifield. He's only getting older. He's only getting chinnier. I'm going with Julius Walker, you know? Azamat, put him out in round 2. You know, see, I think actually Azamat does put people... It was Olberg who put him out in fucking 15 seconds, you know? He beat Dustin Jacoby. I thought this was a robbery. Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't, like, look at these or whatever. He did get knocked down. Dustin Jacoby doesn't have a good chin. It's not like Alonzo Menifield's that great of a striker. I thought he got robbed, but I did get knocked down. But I thought it would have been a clear 29-28 Dustin Jacoby. Yeah. Sucks for Dustin Jacoby. He gets robbed a lot. But, yeah, I do think Alonzo Menifield sucks. And I think Julius Walker is probably just going to walk through him. You know? Walker, that name typically implies they have power because of Johnny Walker and Walter Walker. Even though Walter Walker, I don't think has KO'd anyone yet. But, yeah. I'm going with Julius Walker because Alonzo Metafield sucks. So let me just write that down. Walker. Walker. Alright, moving on. We have... Damn, Rob... Oh, yeah, right. Dominic Cruz got injured. Fuck, eh? Sucks to suck. Gene Silva versus Bogdasarian. Now, if I remember correctly, Melsik Bogdasarian's actually really good, right? What the fuck? Okay. He beat Tucker Lutz. Who doesn't? Oh, he lost to Joshua Kulibo, eh? Ooh, not a good look. I didn't really think I was going to go against Gene Silva anyways, because Gene Silva does look really good out there. And this is featherweight, and that's kind of like Gene Silva's home, Fighting Nerds as well. He's young as fuck, younger fighter, more active, similar reach. He's slightly smaller, but I do think Gene Silva's probably going to be more filled out than Bogdasarian. I'm going to go with Gene Silva. I'm not really going to think too much about it. This video's already taken a while. I'm going with Gene Silva by probably knockout, to be honest with you. A lot of these Fighting Nerds guys are getting really good at snappy KOs, like flatline KOs, or like at least with Mauricio Huffy. He didn't get a flatline KO on James Lontop, but he looked really good trying to get that finish. Even though it was a close fight, to be fair, he looked really good, you know? And I think Gene Silva is probably training with that dude, considering he's the weight division down. I'm not tripping, right? He is Fighting Nerds. I'm not, like, retarded. Kingdom Thai Fighting Nerds, yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Gene Silva, you know? He looks a little, special out there, but I think that's what he needs, you know? The KO over Drew Dober is, like, that is very good. Because it wasn't a KO in terms of flatlining him, but it was, he did so much fucking damage that the ref had to stop that fight. I'm going with Gene Silva. I think if he's not KOing Bogdasarian, it'll be a similar situation where Bogdasarian's just absorbed too much damage. And I think it'll probably be a round 2 KO. You know, I think Bogdasarian's not going to be able to keep his hands high consistently, considering he's been out for kind of a little bit and he's not the most experienced. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Gene Silva by KO. Moving on, we have Brendan Allen versus Anthony Hernandez. This is a very interesting middleweight fight that I did not actually remember. Brendan Allen is really good, but he does have shitty performances. Anthony Hernandez only dog walks people he's not supposed to dog walk. You know, great performance against Kopylov, great performance against Pereira, Michel Pereira, not Alex Pereira, obviously. I'm not that new to the game. Yeah, Anthony Hernandez is really good. Brendan Allen is also really good. Oh, fuck, man. This is a hard one. I think I'm going to go Anthony Hernandez, because every time I picked against Anthony Hernandez, I'm wrong. Anthony Hernandez is pretty good. I don't like his work ethic, only because he says he's not really, like, watching fights, and he's not really up to date with things going on in the division and shit. Why? You're ranked? Pay attention? But, actually, he might not be ranked. I think he's ranked now, after that Michel Pereira performance. Looked really good against Michel Pereira. Took him a while to finish a guy who was just not there for 3 rounds, but, you know, you got it done. Anthony Hernandez also submitted, what's his face? Roman Kopylov. I think Brendan Allen's good, but I think his weakness is when he's challenged in his area that he's good at. You know? Like, I think it's actually easy to out-wrestle or out-grapple Brendan Allen. I don't think Brendan Allen has a great chin. I'll actually be rooting for Brendan Allen. I think he's a good guy. I do think he's a little bit soy. I think he blocked MMA Guru after, like, one comment that MMA Guru made about Brendan Allen. Pussy behavior, to be honest from you. Middleweights are shit. He's from that shit era of middleweight. He hasn't really improved all that much. He's kind of like Kelvin Gastelum. He hasn't really improved. Like, he's good, but he doesn't really improve. You know what I mean? Chris Curtis arguably beat him. Anthony Hernandez, I don't think he's going to get put out. I don't think he's that shit on the feet. I don't think Brendan Allen's really... I think Brendan Allen is, like, better striker, worse grappler. And I think for Brendan Allen, that's really bad, because Brendan Allen, more often than not, likes to shoot for takedowns and try to get a secured control time at the end. And if you can't do that, you kind of see Brendan Allen break. You know, Sean Strickland broke him. Chris Curtis broke him one time. Almost broke him the second time, to be fair. Doesn't have the greatest gas tank either, you know. I'm going to go with Anthony Hernandez, you know. That might be controversial. I think Hernandez could be an underdog here. Anthony Hernandez. Nah, he's probably actually the favorite, given his last performance. Yeah, I'm going to go with Anthony Hernandez by submission. You know, I think he'll probably flex doing one of those, like, tongue stick out fucking, or tongue stick out guillotines. He's going to get, like, some dumb, like, submission that looks like it shouldn't work and get it, I think, is how he's going to win. Anthony Hernandez by submission. Yeah. He's coming off a TKO, I think, to Michel Pereira. He's looked good in his past two performances. I have no reason to think that he's not going to look at least the same from his last two. He's pretty tough, open to the body, to be fair, but Brendan Allen doesn't do the greatest of body work, so I think Anthony Hernandez is getting it done. Moving on, we have Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong. Henry Cejudo. What sucks about this fight is that Henry Cejudo could win this, right? And if you are picking Henry Cejudo, I know why. And if you... Listen, when a fight is about to happen, you start shifting based on aura going on, you know? And Henry Cejudo's aura in the build-up probably will be pretty good. You know, the advertisement is going to be only lost to the best of the division. I'm coming back. Last time I lost 2 in a row. I went on the greatest, what did he call it? The greatest UFC win streak of all time. Or whatever the fuck he called it. I do think Song Yadong is going to win. I think this is going to be a case where Song Yadong is going to be up on numbers. And I think that's what's going to win. I do think Henry Cejudo is going to get a takedown. I think each round on Song Yadong. And I think Song Yadong is going to be like, I think Henry will get like a single leg or something, but Song Yadong will be like hitting Henry. I think Henry's going to secure a few takedowns and get a like more control time, but this will be a case where wrestling doesn't fucking matter anymore, and all that matters is who's done more damage, who's outlanding your opponent, and who looks like they're going to win the fight if, you know, you're not hugging his nuts for the rest of it, you know? So I think Henry's probably going to push probably in the last minute of every round to try to get a takedown. But I think Song Yadong's just going to be up everywhere, you know? And I think Song Yadong might get I don't know about a reversal, but I think he might be able to stuff a few takedowns. You know, Henry's only getting older. 38 years old. Small little nugget of a man. The weight cut's probably not helping him anymore. Even though he said he was going to try to make flyweight, which was insane. Because he said he wanted to fight Brandon Moreno. Almost a 10 years age difference. Song Yadong has only lost to good comp. One was a close decision against Corey Sandhagen, not the best example. But the other one was to Peter Yan at 29-28, where it was pretty close. Song Yadong just needs to be active, trains with a good camp, if I remember correctly, and they have good game plans. So I think Song Yadong is going to have a good game plan against Henry Cejudo here. And I think Song Yadong is going to be able to just he's not going to out-grapple, he's just going to outpace, you know? Like, Henry Cejudo is going to be one, like, getting pressured, shooting for a takedown, you know? It's going to get sloppy in round 4 and 5, you know? I think Song Yadong is probably just going to heat it up by landing more. You know, it might be like a 2-1 in the later rounds for the striking differential. But I think this will be a really good Song Yadong that shows up, you know? Yeah, you know? I gotta stop fucking saying that, huh? That's probably like my tick. Oh, I didn't even realize that strand of hair was peeking out. Oh. I guess that proves I'm not bald, eh? Anyways, all those fucking idiots who said I was bald on those comments. Anyways. Yeah, I'm going with Song Yadong. I think Song Yadong's got the pressure. He's got the young experience. He's very experienced. He's only lost a high-level comp. Henry Cejudo is still good. I respect Henry Cejudo. I'll be rooting for both fighters. It's not like I want Henry Cejudo to lose, but I just think Song Yadong is going to be the better fighter. Almost everywhere, you know? I think it really does matter Like, Henry Cejudo fought Aljo. Arguably won that fight. But the thing was, with Aljo, is that Aljo was winning striking exchanges. Aljo's not a good striker, in my opinion, right? O'Malley Donovan too, like I said. If you're looking for picks and predictions, feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Shameless plug over. Holy shit, I got a speech impediment. Anyways, but like, you're losing striking exchanges to Aljamain Sterling. I think Song Yadong, with a reach advantage, especially, is going to be able to outstrike you. Also, if Aljo's stuffing takedowns, I think Song Yadong will be able to stuff takedowns. Not necessarily because Song Yadong's the better wrestler, but only because Song Yadong has a lot of experience. So does Henry. But Song Yadong, he's like hungrier. He knows he can get to the top. He's had close fights against high-level comp. He'll know he's down in rounds when he's, like, down in numbers, or down when he's getting taken down and shit. And he's going to be faster, because it's a 10-year age advantage, man. Like, that's a big age advantage, you know? Or differential, I should say. So, I'm going with Song Yadong. I think it'll be a close fight. But I think Song Yadong at the end of the day will be clearly up in maybe not every round, but 4 out of the 5 rounds. You know, so I'm going with Song Yadong, probably a 49-46, if I had to guess, unanimous decision. Yeah, I'm going with Song Yadong. That is all the fights for UFC. Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong. Oh, it actually starts... oh, that's the main card at 9 p.m. It'll probably finish at midnight. That's okay. Anyways, yeah, with all that being said, I want to thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video. And as always, I hope you have a good day.